I'm 75 now, and I can't remember anybody, except the Queen being there. My life will of course change as I take up my new responsibilities." Things just got icy inside Buckingham Palace. Prince William's rumored decision to erase Camilla's family from royal life has sparked what some claim was a furious outburst. Is this the end of royal unity as we know it? Watch till the end and be sure to subscribe for breaking royal updates. A simple memo, yet its ripple was enormous. Why would William make such a bold move now, especially with Charles facing challenges? Some say it wasn't personal, but others think it absolutely was. Insiders claim this wasn't sudden. It was years in the making. Prince William had reportedly been studying the monarchy's structure, finding what he believed were weak spots. Camilla's quiet integration of her family had gradually grown too loud for his liking. Aides referred to his recent decisions as a royal reset. The aim: refocus the institution around lineage, duty, and public trust. No more ambiguity. From now on, only those with blood ties would be seen as legitimate representatives of the crown. Can't mimic voices for love or money. I'm completely hopeless that it was. And the first domino to fall, Camilla's children and grandchildren who had no royal blood but had royal presence. What happened behind closed doors caught staff off guard. Camilla's reaction, described as emotional and intense, allegedly involved tears, raised voices, and a demand to know who was behind the decision. According to those close to her, she took it as more than policy. It felt like punishment. Her voice cracked, her words cut sharp, and her fury, rarely seen publicly, spilled over. One aide even claimed she canceled events and refused meals. To Camilla, it wasn't just her grandchildren being excluded. It was her life's work being rewritten with one cold command. She reportedly whispered, "He's trying to erase me." Camilla had quietly built something over the years. Not just her own image, but a space for her family. People will get fed up, and all these young feel nothing is ever happening, so of course they are going to get her children and grandchildren slowly became familiar faces at royal events. They had no formal titles, but they had presence. They stood near royals during ceremonies, appeared in press photos, even participated in Charles's coronation. Many assumed it meant they were being accepted, perhaps unofficially. But now that subtle progress is gone. Stripped titles, rescinded invites, no ceremonial roles. The legacy Camilla was nurturing is being dismantled bit by bit, leaving only memories and questions about how much of it was ever real. William's supporters say this is about clarity, not cruelty. They describe his vision as streamlined, inspired by his grandparents' reign, focused, respected, and without unnecessary distractions. I know that the position I'm in, that's what's required of me to do. And I think it in his mind, the monarchy should reflect lineage, not personal alliances. Titles should hold meaning, not sentiment. He believes modern royalty should be free of favoritism, especially when public perception is already fragile. That's why he's redrawing the lines. Those who marry can be respected, but they do not rewrite the institution. William is building a future where the crown shines on a clear foundation. And to him, that means only bloodlines remain. King Charles wasn't ready for this storm. Sources suggest he was blindsided not by the decision itself, but by how rapidly it unfolded. Camilla's heartbreak became impossible to ignore. She reportedly confronted him in private, demanding support and asking why he stayed silent. Charles is said to have been visibly shaken. He's a man known for avoiding conflict, for holding family close even when tensions simmer. But this time he faced a decision that cut through both his heart and crown. The debate concentrating on what we need to give up, what we can't do, which is very negative, and all of us, you know. William stood firm. Camilla stood wounded, and Charles, torn between them, reportedly said very little, perhaps knowing silence is its own choice. Though no official statement has been made, whispers inside the palace suggest Kate may have supported the reset. Camilla allegedly believes the Princess of Wales encouraged the move. During a recent engagement, the Queen consort was said to have avoided making eye contact with Kate, acknowledging her only briefly. Was this just formality or a sign of quiet frost between them? Those who know the royal household best say it's hard to tell. But for Camilla, the feeling was clear. She reportedly told a friend she stood by him and said nothing. Whether true or not, trust appears shaken. Beyond meetings and memos, a quiet change unfolded in the digital world. Royal watchers noticed updates on the monarchy's official website. You Today, to mark Holocaust Memorial Day and to remember the Camilla's family once mentioned in future ceremonial plans, were now absent. The tab listing their names was gone. No statements were made, just subtle erasure. Event organizers were told not to include them. Palace departments updated internal lists. It was quiet, surgical, and final. To some, this was just formality. To others, it was something deeper, a message, a digital reflection of William's decision, now written into the monarchy's public record. Not with a bang, but with a silent delete. Camilla never pushed too hard. That was her style: steady, silent progress. She didn't demand royal titles for her children. Instead, she positioned them gradually. A private invite here, a family photo there. By the time of King Charles's coronation, her grandsons were pages of honor, a role traditionally reserved for royals. For her, it was symbolic. It meant acceptance. But what seemed like inclusion was never formalized. That's what made it so fragile. Now every inch of progress she made is gone. Years of patient planning swept away by a single choice. Her long game has unraveled. And it happened fast. According to insiders, William has been clear. This is about structure. He's not trying to hurt Camilla. He's trying to protect the crown. He believes blurred lines lead to blurred trust. That's why the reset is uncompromising. No more honorary titles for in-laws, no roles for step-grandchildren. The monarchy, in his view, must be grounded in duty and descent, present their solutions and show people that we can actually fix this stuff. And, ultimately, he allegedly told aides we owe it to the crown, not to comfort. It may seem harsh, but in his mind it's necessary. He's creating boundaries that can't be debated, and that's exactly how he plans to lead when his time comes. Camilla isn't giving up quietly, say those close to her in private. She's reportedly met with longtime advisors exploring how to protect her family's legacy. Some claim she's considering her own public path, independent of the royal script. If they won't remember us with kindness, she allegedly said, they'll remember that we didn't go quietly. It's unclear what this means exactly. A memoir, public interviews, a new chapter. Apart from the Windsor brand, whatever it is, the emotional impact of the decision has clearly pushed her to reevaluate everything she thought she'd secured. Like all people's jobs, you'll find that it isn't actually what it appears to be. Yes, is there one? She feels erased, but not defeated. The change is visible at royal events. Camilla's children and grandchildren, once present on the sidelines, are no longer seen. Invitations to upcoming ceremonies have left their names off the list. Organizers confirmed it's no oversight. It's policy. No more roles, no more privileges. Some say this will bring clarity. Others worry it will spark quiet resentment. The royal box, once shared with Camilla's extended family, now seats only direct Windsor descendants. The difference is noticeable, and while the public may not always spot it immediately, those inside the palace say the shift is unmistakable and irreversible. William may not wear the crown yet, but many say he's already leading. His decisions are strategic, firm, and focused. He's taking on more responsibilities, more visibility, and the move to remove Camilla's family wasn't just about now. It was about shaping what's next. He's setting the tone, drawing the map, preparing for a reign that won't rely on sentiment. Made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia. Insiders believe this is just the beginning. More changes are coming, more resets. William is planning the monarchy he will inherit, and he's making sure nothing, no matter how emotional, stands in the way of that vision. Some royal aides support William's move. They say the monarchy needs structure, but others worry about the emotional fallout. Camilla feels betrayed. Charles is reportedly heartbroken, and the family once seen as trying to modernize together now appears fractured behind the formality and photo ops are real people. And this reset, however necessary, has left real wounds. Trust has been tested, relationships strained. Some wonder, in trying to clean up the crown, did William risk breaking the people holding it together? Just interest, but of service, of understanding, are the way that people and community, even the strongest institutions, can struggle under too much pressure. That's the hidden cost of a hard reset. Charles is walking a tightrope. On one side, the Queen Consort, his loyal partner, his public ally. On the other, his son and future king. The two people closest to him are now at odds. And his silence speaks volumes. To Camilla, it feels like abandonment. To William, it feels like agreement. But to royal watchers, it feels like indecision. Charles must choose a direction, not just personally, but for the crown. Does he support a monarchy that includes blended families, or one that returns to strict tradition? Clock is ticking. His legacy depends on the answer. The directive has been signed, the protocol was amended, the invitation sent. It is the monarch that is the key to this. And the Constitution, Camilla's family, is no longer in the palace system. Their brief chapter in royal life has ended, not with ceremony, but with silence. William has made his move. Camilla has voiced her pain. Charles remains caught in between. But one thing is clear: the crown is changing. Whether it becomes stronger or colder, only time will tell. But for now, the gates have closed, and only the bloodline remains. What do you think about this royal reset? Is it fair, or has it gone too far? Comment below and subscribe for